Welcome back, everyone. It's the new rally mode. This is a temporary game put out by Wargaming with the new M24 Chaffee Sport version. This crazy little tank can only be played in this mode, and it's always 3-on-3. The goal to try and be the first tanks to the finish line that they capture at the bottom right corner, which both teams can capture simultaneously. Also, you can shoot each other. So, you can only play one of two modes. Here's one mode. Yes, I dirt right here. I'm still learning the track. One, you can play solo, in which case you'll be basically all other people who are only playing solo. Or you can play in platoons of 3 against another platoon of 3. So the game is very, very selective. You can't do platoons of 2 in the Chaffee. Sport Chaffee, I should say. As you see, stuff blows up when you hit it. These guys have very weak guns. They only do 50 damage per shot. They have 25 pen on average with the regular rounds, or you can fire the CR like I'm doing for 50 for roughly 50 penetration. As you can see, it's a rather tricky thing. I'm actually not even trying to aim here. I'm just auto-aiming. So yes, there are places where you can cross the tracks. As you can see, our opponent has done that. Fortunately, he's done it in front of 2 of us. This is going to prove to be an error on his part. You gotta be careful when crossing the tracks. You might be able to do a lot of damage to the guy in front of you, but if there's other people close behind, you might be in trouble. Of course, if you're shooting like I'm shooting. Ugh. That behind me just taking me apart. Okay, so you got 1,000 hit points. Each shot does 50 damage when it penetrates. You can take a lot of hits. 20 of them, as a matter of fact. Sometimes 21, sometimes 19. But generally speaking, 20. Still, I gotta try and get this guy off the butt with the lead man here. Go through the crossover here. Gets the wall, gets slowed down. I'm able to catch up, and now I'm in perfect attack position. Start taking this guy apart.
Enemy is hit.
Oop.
Enemy armor is
Well, he's decided to block me. And now he's out of the game.
Target acquired.
So only one, now that they're down a tank, they're like, yay, we stand a chance. I'm just going to try and keep these 2 off of my guy up front. Unfortunately, our final tank is lagging somewhat further behind. Both the remaining enemy tanks have a lot more health than we do. So these little striations you see in the concrete in the middle, those are the few locations you can easily, well, easily a relative term, penetrate the barrier to score hits on the other tanks. Obstacles tend to block shots, or at least slow them down. Also, weirdly, these tanks are more thinly armored at the front than the rear, and most heavily armored on the sides. So you're going to see, if I get to the fight up here, they're almost all in the cap circle. You see me zigzagging here to try and make it hard for this guy to both hit me and to hit me in the front armor. It's not entirely successful yet. Alright, now it's a firefight on the cap. Both teams capture simultaneously, by the way. The capture is at 3 times speed. Unfortunately, our last guy shows up before either of us are killed, so he's able to contribute his gun to help him whittle these guys down. You see, I'm trying to keep my side facing the enemy tanks. Oop, we lose one.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit. Penetration.
That's why we use all gold shells, making sure to penetrate their flanks. Ah, one enemy tank left.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is hit.
And we managed to cap out that one for a win. So I hope that gave you an idea of what the rally is like. But just in case it didn't, here's another one. Here I am now with Dogface and Skazzy from my clan, and we are doing 3-on-3s. Gotta be careful, because I don't want to shoot my teammates here. Now, platoons, of course, you can try new tricks and tactics. Right here, there's not much we can do except for, try not to get shot too much. Try to put fire on the enemy. While going as fast as possible. As the other team is focusing fire, they've already whittled. Oof. One of the those guys down to almost half health. As you can see, I'm not even looking where I'm shooting. I'm mostly paying attention to where I'm going. Instead, I'm mostly firing on instinct, trying to use the whole thing's the mini-map to help me guess where my opponents are if they shoot them. Dirt moment.
Target released.
Alright.
Target acquired.
Well, now that someone's in front of me, even though his front armor's a little bit stronger, I know I've got the APCR.
Enemy armor is hit.
Start poking holes in this guy. As you can see, it's a lot easier to shoot at someone when they're in front of you, even if they're better armored. I think why they did that. I'm trying to zigzag around those with the shots. Side, I'm going to use some cover since I have two people shooting at me. Whoop, and opponents. Uh-oh, oh, I'm tailing Turley now. Yep, they're all shooting at me. But that's okay. That's giving Dog and Skazzy a chance to get some ground on these guys. Hit the crossover point here. This is how they keep the one side of the track from being longer than the other. Ooh, little spectacular fireworks.
Let's find another target. Target acquired.
I'm aware at this point they definitely have more health than we do. I once again managed to find myself dropping back behind them. I'm okay with this. As you can see, one's shooting at me, and everyone else is trying to shoot the others in front of them. A lot of you shoot people in front of you. Oh, that's fine. It's very, very easy to shoot people who are in the same lane.
Permission to engage. Penetration. Penetration.
Actually, I'm sure. Oh, one of them realized what I've done.
Didn't even scratch
Yeah.
them.
You know what?
We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy armor is hit.
Alright. I thought he was going to turn and fight me, but he decided to keep running with his mates.
Armor is damaged.
I'm just trying to whittle him down here so that my team can hopefully take him out later.
Armor is hit. Penetration.
Dog's almost to
Enemy armor is damaged.
the end. Skazzy's right behind him.
Enemy is hit.
I, of course, hear him at the back. That's okay, because I'm definitely abusing this corner. I can go to death.
Penetration.
Alright, I'm trying to get this guy out of the fight so I can help my buddies focus on the other two. Awesome. Fortunately, they took out Skazzy, so now it's me and Dog trying to take out these guys.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
It really is turning into a nasty little firefight. Trying to get my side armor to the enemy, hopes of protecting myself.
Penetration.
See that Skaz is focusing on this guy, decide I'll help you focus, because that'll get the battle done quicker.
Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
Dog gets one, and I get the other, in a very, very narrow win. So, one more match, at least one more match after this one. Actually, I got two lined up for you, so hang on. Here comes the next one. So once again, it's Dogface, Skazzy, and myself. We're doing the rally mode this time from this side.
Let's get the show on the road.
And this time around, I forget to double tap R to start. Very important to make sure you get a fast start. However, that does mean that once again, looking at bad guys from behind. And therefore, in theory, I have a slightly better chance of hitting them.
Enemy armor is hit.
And so a lot of this is instinctive shooting.
Penetration.
So yeah, places where you shoot. You see those little striations? If you go over a jump, always shoot near the apex. If you see an opponent going over a jump that you're aimed at, you should shoot him when he hits the apex if you jump, because that's the best chances of scoring solid hits. Also, these inclines are a great place to shoot because they get you above
Enemy armor is damaged.
the concrete barrier here, so you can shoot over at them. Jumps can be a place to shoot, but it's a bit unreliable. If I ever wreck it a lot. That's one reason I find this stretch right here is like some of the best shooting ground in the whole game. It's like the center divider just is a little bit shorter here, and everyone can see over it. Jump, shoot. Too late. Up, jump, shoot. Nope, still too late. Have a little mess up right there. The guys actually land on each other. That's something you have to be very careful of in this game mode. It's very easy to end up on top of each other. Luckily, their lead tank is pretty darn close to done. So I'm trying to keep an eye on him so I can hopefully shoot him successfully. come through here. Slam into the other side of this. Do the switch. Alright, looks like we have gained a breakaway position, the whole team that is. So we're just going to try and protect, I think that's Dogface up in front. Skaz and I are just trying to provide covering fire. And keep him blocked. Now, so use the mini-map to try and guess when it is time to shoot. Once again, looks like they're close enough. It might come down to a fight on the cap circle. So they're definitely shooting at the front guy, the guy who has the least health, trying to get him out of the fight or race or something. Whee! He's decided to hide. Guessing that we're locked onto him. I get stuck. Now they're focusing on me because I'm right there. But that's okay. And the last one, the cap circle, I can afford to take a couple hits. Now they're going and chasing Dogface because he got there first. Try and get the cap out. Their low health guy is just completely out of the fight. And we've managed to capture the base before anyone is killed. So one more after this, just to give you an idea of the nuttiness that is the rally mode. So for the last race I'm going to show you out of the many I've raced since this mode was released, I'm with Mallory and Kublimi, who are generally acknowledged as the light tank experts in my clan. And we're taking on Reddit, who of course are one of the big clans. Yes, friendly fire is a thing in this mode, as it should be. Ow. Yeah, so weirdly, it really is a race. You really do want to be the first people in the cap circle because it gives you a big advantage in gaining cap points because the cap is so fast. You also want to do damage to people while getting there to try and make the fight at the cap circle, if you don't completely outrun them, a little bit easier. As you can see, was concentrating better on driving. I'm ramming my own team off the road.
Penetration.
Oof, don't even have to look. Just watch the map and know, oh yeah, this is where you do it. Now I'm kind of here and I'm like, oh, I'm the front man. Everything's going to be shooting at me. So I start zigzagging, wiggling to try and make it a little bit harder to get a solid shot at me.
Enemy armor is damaged.
See that? Perfect timing. Right at the apex. Boom. Whoop. Oh, I have a pursuer. That could get ugly. But he messed up the jump. That's giving me a big lead here. Even though Kublimi and Mallory fell back a bit, which I was amazed by the way, when I was doing it. I was like, how did I end up in the front with me into you two? And then I see, oh, we're like, oh wait, that was a deliberate fallback. They're trying to stick together. That's fine. If they want to give me a chance to get a big, open a big lead, I'll try and just cap out the game. And then Mallory there starts getting a nice lead on them, and Kublimi actually gets stuck fighting one of them at the overpass. Then Mallory says, I'm going to block him. Look at this. He misses one, but he gets the second one, and he's going to force that guy to stand and fight. So there's now just me and whoever the lead guy is. I look back, the lead guy has 600 health. They get Mallory. And I'm like, okay, that's got them separated, and the two of them together have about as much health as I do alone, and I will be taking them on, hopefully, just one at a time. Yep, here I am. He's starting to come. I'm under fire.
Target acquired. We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy is hit.
I'm just holding down the fire button. And then I come over here, and I'm like, instead of hiding, I just turn my flank and start dodging.
Penetration. Ricochet.
coming straight for me. He bounces.
Enemy
Shoot him.
hit.
Bounces. Yep, that's the side armor strongest, the side of the tank and the turret.
Enemy is hit.
That's what I'm trying to do. Show him just my side armor and my turret. Whoop. And win by cap.
Target unlocked.
Yep, don't even ask me how. So yeah, that's the weird secret of this tank, is try and get them to shoot you in the sides, which is completely contrary to how I do it in most games, and try to avoid having to shoot you in the front, which is distinctly contrary. If you absolutely must stand out, try and outfight someone. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed watching that series of rally replays. Good racing, and I will see you on the battlefield.